Get mantra and meditation MP3s at jasongallant.ca. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about mantra practice. And I have made a playlist on mantra, outlining Sanskrit mantra and the do's and don'ts and some of the things that will help you understand how this whole mantra thing works. But I've found that a lot of people don't watch the playlist. They just keep asking the same questions and they don't watch the playlist. So I'm going to say a couple things in this video right now. And one of the main things is this. I get this question all the time where people say, hey, I listen to the mantras and this is happening and that's happening. And is that good enough? I just listen to them. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is listening is good. There is some positive energy from that. You will definitely benefit from it. But is it the same as chanting yourself? And I will say adamantly, no. It's not quite the same example, but say you watch somebody exercise. That's not going to give you the same physical benefit as doing the exercise, right? So on the spiritual level, there's other influences and other things that are going on. So I will say that you do benefit from receiving the energy of just listening to the mantras or watching spiritual practices or watching pujas. There is a soul learning that goes on there. I mean, I'm positive of that. It's like a transmission of some sort. But if you wish to make your spiritual practice with chanting mantra more powerful, definitely do the disciplines. Definitely chant the mantra 108 times in the morning and 108 times at night. And you will notice astounding benefits, especially when you hit that linchpin type mantra, right? So some people will ask me, they say, what mantra should I chant? They say, I have this problem, that problem, this problem, this problem. There's like 3 or 4 different issues they have. And there's usually a planetary mantra or a specific mantra that really assists with those specific issues or afflictions. And it's amazing the results that you can get if you discipline yourself and really buckle down for at least 40 days of chanting that mantra without skipping a day. Right? Don't skip a day. Again, everybody's always trying to get the deal, you know what I mean? The bargain brand shopping experience, right? The Walmart of spirituality. They're trying to get this like cheapened experience where they're like, what can I get away with and get the best possible benefit, right? God forbid I waste 2 seconds of my day. Meanwhile, I watch 3 hours of TV, right? You know what I'm saying? The logic is not there. So if you're one of these people that you don't want to do anything in order to make a change in your life, then perhaps you're not ready. Perhaps you need a few more kicks while you're down. Maybe life needs to give you a few more before you are motivated, like Rocky, to start that comeback trail, you know what I'm saying? So not everybody is ready to do the work. And that's what I'm going to say is if you're not ready to do any sort of discipline whatsoever, then yeah, maybe mantra is not for you. Maybe spiritual practices in general aren't for you yet because you're not ready or motivated or disciplined yet. Disciplined enough, that is. Now, the irony is of this, like I've talked about before, is all spiritual practice is about really learning how to do nothing internally. So a lot of times you're doing something to let's just say, untether yourself from the pattern or the momentum of doing. We call this karma, right? Karma. Chakras are known as wheels of time, if I remember that correctly, where there's a lot of doing and there's a lot of programs that are deposited in you that are carrying you through impulses in one direction or another. Mantra is like an opposing force to overcome these impulses, and then the karma is shattered. You don't have to live that anymore. Well, if you're extremely powerful yonically, perhaps yana yoga is your thing. Perhaps the Patanjali sort of practice where you let go of the identity of I altogether. Now, if you can do this, then maybe mantra isn't your thing. Maybe you want to attend satsangs with a spiritual teacher and really go deep into the yana method, which is using the mind to free yourself from the mind. I know, sounds like a contradiction, but it does happen. So if we're going to be speaking about mantra, though, we are going to be speaking about discipline and doing something to unravel these karmas that have been deposited in your being. Your ego, your identity, whatever word you want to put to it. And yes, it does require a little bit of effort, but not that much. So if you, for instance, chant 1,000 Om Mani Padme Hums, It doesn't take that long. It only takes you 10 or 15 minutes to chant 1,000 Om Mani Padme Hums. And if it takes 125,000 repetitions to unlock the first level of power of a mantra, just think 10 minutes a day over a certain period of days, and bang, you've got your discipline done. So it doesn't take that long. It just seems overwhelming to the ego. And again, the ego always resists its own dissolution. So if you're having these resistances come up, there's possibly a cleanse going on already. There's already a healing going on. So don't believe it. Start chanting some mantra, do some experiments, and it's quite a fun discovery. And I've never looked back since I started a long time ago. So yeah, anyway, I hope this helps you out. And I hope this helps you understand that chanting mantra is more important than just listening. Although if all you can do is listen, that's okay too. And of course, you can chant silently within as you listen, and that's just as effective. If you're chanting silently, it's just as effective as chanting out aloud. And that's something that I do a lot of as well. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helped you out, and blessings on your spiritual journey. Are you interested in working with a spiritual teacher in a formal setting? Well, perhaps the Wisdom Life School is for you. If you're interested in checking out what the Wisdom Life School is all about, just go to aratima.com.